masters of speed. This is Formula One.
Yo guys, welcome back. It's Jaffmaster Flash. It's another 5 laps. It's another setup video. It's France. Let's go. So, as the GOAT, Lewis Hamilton, 5 red lights around Paul Ricard. Let's go and do this. Hope you guys are good though. Hope you guys are well, wherever you are today in the world. Got to get as much time as you can. Good job there, fighting into turn 1. Got to get as much away from these guys as possible, because with that new update, they've not made the cars drive any better. They have just made them a hell of a lot faster in the straights. And obviously lap 1, they dumped all their battery. As you can see, look how fast they've gained on me. They was over a second back. Look, they were a second back. It's ridiculous. Absolutely crazy. They were over a second back and they gained a second down that one straight alone. And the setup's done on equal cars at 100 AI level. It's just bonkers. It's a shame that France is off the calendar as well. I've been on record before saying that I really disliked France, but the more I drove it, the more better I became at the circuit, the more I enjoyed it. France is a tricky one because it's a lot of long sweeping high speed corners, and you just need to absolutely be on it all the time around the Paul Ricard circuit. And if you can do that, it really does become a good circuit. Really good circuit. It's not too bad for league racing either. Not too bad at all. I'm going to save all my ERS for the last lap. I'm not too bothered about setting the fastest lap. So obviously I'm going to need a buffer against the AI, because the AI are going to be nuts on the last lap. But yeah, it's a shame that old France is off the calendar. As I said, it's a good place to league race around. Weather's unpredictable here though. Always has been.
Okay, DRS is now available.
Pretty awesome sequence of corners. It's just there's no heavy braking zones really, so you never recharge your ERS, which is nuts. And this is you'll see in the setup the reason why I've gone with such a weird formation on the setup is because you need so much rotation coming into those all those turns in sector 1 just before the main straight. It's quite nuts. As I go track limits, easy to do. It's just bonkers. And the last thing you need a stiff rear on a car, especially around here, because you do not want it over rotating on you. Even for this corner, it's where you can just push and push and push, and then all of a sudden the rear gives up and the last thing you want. I mean, these corners, they're not too tricky at all. You know, it's just... And this next sequence of corners is just nuts. Turn 1's fine, as I missed the apex. All this is fine. And then these corners are just a madness. Absolute madness. But yes, one setup left after this one at Portimao, and then get on to the wet setups. I still not fully driven in the wet yet. I had a league race the other day around Australia and it was wet. I did one lap in the wet, so it'd be good to get those wet setups done, especially with league racing. The fact that Russell and Science has been battling, I've got no worries from them now, so I'm just gonna dump all my battery and yeah, hope for a faster lap, but we'll see. Let's turn my battery off.
Okay, you just started the final lap of the race. Final lap.
We'll see how fast we can actually go. Obviously they are battling like crazy behind me, so I'm not worried about them now. Not worried at all. Not worried at all. I'll save my battery now. The last bit of straight. Slowed down way too much. Tyres are going off, to be fair. France is notorious for killing tyres. As you can see. But ladies and gentlemen, this has been France. Hope it helps. Do all that good stuff. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Setups next.
Ah, fantastic!
A fantastic win. So Natalie, what do you think helped them deliver this result?
Well, they managed their tyres to absolute perfection. A tyre whisperer, in fact. And that is what set them apart.
Well, Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again. So then, Natalie Pinkham, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
Well, for me, it's got to be Lewis Hamilton. The multiple world champion may be the obvious choice at this point, but he's certainly a driver deserving of his great reputation.
Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next
Tis
one.
the France setup then. So, this is what I've gone with. Paul Ricard, excuse me, Paul Ricard is one of those circuits that is fast. You've got to be on the power as much as you possibly can. ERS doesn't recharge So you need to keep the wings as low as possible, but remembering you do need a lot of downforce. I say a lot of downforce, you do need downforce for sectors 2 and 3. So, mainly sector 3. I've gone with 20 on the front wing, 18 on the rear wing. You can go down as probably low as 18, 16, but that's a madness if you do. You can do it, it can be done, but for stability reasons, I chose 2018. On the transmission, I've gone with 50 on diff, 52 off diff, just because it helps in sector 1. It's quite twisty, it's quite turny, obviously they're the technical terms, twisty and turny. But yeah, 50, 52. We know the drill, we're into France. It's been a long old creating all these setups. It's right, right, left, left. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Go with quite a weird setup, if you will. You need a lot of rotation. You need a lot of being on the power, off the power, especially in sector 1. You've got a long right hander in sector 2 as well. You need a lot of rotation, so this is what I've gone with a 23 front suspension, quite low, quite loose to be fair, and then I've gone with a 14 rear suspension, which is quite high for me. Usually I run a lot lower on the rear and probably a lot higher on the front as well, to be fair. You need stability, you need a lot of stability, and you do not need that rear end coming around on you when you are going, especially in the long right hander, especially in sector 1 where it's right, left, right, just before the long straight. So you need the rear of the car as stiff as possible. So I've gone with 1 on the front roll bar, and I've gone with 10 on the rear. I've gone with a ride height of 35, 38. You could take that down to 34, but you will bottom out on the main straight. Well, you've got 2 main straights, but on the one with the DRS activation, it could probably come down as low as 37. But remember, there are curbs, turn 1, turn 2 on the outside, and if you hit those curbs, you will, spin up. Brakes, going with 157, but again, this only applies to those with ABS off. If you use ABS on, have no fear, just 100 and 50% then will be absolutely fine. No problems at all. On the tyres, I've gone with right front of a 23.1, left front a 23.0, rear a 20.5, rear left 20.4, as it's more heavily laden on the left hand side of the car than the right. Remember, with the long straights of France, the tyres will cool down, but you still need to keep and maintain an eye on those tyre pressures, simply because they can overheat, especially really bad around France, and the ERS doesn't recharge at all because of all the long, fast sweeping corners. But this has been the France setup, guys. Really hope it helps. I've got one more to do after this, which is Portimao, which I'm not looking forward to. But then I'll get on the wet setups, and then I'm hoping by the time I've got the wet setups, the F2 setups will be here, or the F2 cars will be here, so I can crack on with those. Remember to do all that good stuff, like hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care, guys. Peace.